Yeah, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? Oh my god, Goblin Slayer this week. Can we really call it Goblin Slayer? Can we call it Demon Lord Army Slayer? Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, this episode, man, I I'm thinking of like what's the most hypest thing, and of course I know what it is now, but it was such a dope episode in the sense of understanding just how other people could view Goblin Slayer, just how like ridiculously powerful he is to be able to pretty much understand that regardless of what he does from here on out, he has to push forward. He has to continue to, grow as a slayer of goblins. And he's someone who's mad resourceful. Seemingly, he kind of reminds me of the slime character when it came down to actually having everything he needed for the dungeon. Like the whatchamacallit, the slime made a crap ton of potions, like an unnatural amount of potions, and who knows? Goblin Slayer may have a shot ton of potions that we just don't even know about. And I think that is what really makes the show interesting to me, is because whatever he pulls out can truly change the tide of his battle, which we see against an orc instead of a goblin. Um, Not only is this an orc, it can talk, it can cast magic, and it can regenerate to a disgusting degree, to a point where we saw this freaking guy get his eyeball shot out and he regrew it back, and even the blood pretty much came back too, or at least the blood disappeared, saying that pretty much he could, get his blood back on top of everything else. So we're looking at an actual ridiculous character in this orc, and to think that people were, just like me and just like a couple of my other good buddies who were watching this show and were like, man, if this is only Goblin Slayer, this is pretty rough. Like, where is this true story going to come into place if it is literally only slaying goblins? And like I said in my previous review, so shout out to the ones that watched it. Hey, I see you. Um, we were right. We saw the opportunity for any of these other types of monsters to be introduced very easily. And as soon as they were introduced, what does Goblin Slayer do? He turns into Orc Slayer. He turns into Demon Lord General Slayer. Okay? He doesn't care if your mama is helping the orcs cook dinner and that's it. He's going to end her life, So these are the things that really gave me hope for the character, in the sense of he's not just going to stop what he's doing and only fight the likes of goblins. He's going to kill and destroy whoever needs killing and destroying. And that's a good quality to have in this show, because it just goes to show you that they're not afraid to go there. You know what I mean? Um, some shows would be like, "Oh man, we put Goblin Slayer in the title. He can't kill anything but." Like, imagine if Goblin Slayer just was like, "Oh, you're an orc? Oh well, my bad, buddy. I did not know it was you in here. See you later. I killed as many goblins as need be. Goodbye." Like, if that was the show, that would literally be Goblin Slayer. So we got a new meaning for Goblin Slayer, and that is someone who, if he knows you're protecting goblins, if he knows you're a part of the goblins, anything along those lines, it looks like you're about to get destroyed. So that is a good quality for the people who are actually, not huge fans of it being such a singular show. Now it has this appearance that pretty much it could go in any direction, in the sense of he could fight goblins. He could be fighting a goblin man, excuse me, and a dragon shows up, and he's going to fight that dragon because it's with the goblins, or the goblins could be riding wolves. He knocks those goblins off, the wolves are still attacking, he's going to kill a wolf. I love that aspect that they're not hiding away from what the title of the show is, and they're throwing other beans at us. And of course, people out there who have read the manga are looking at us reviewers and all of us anime 100% onlys like idiots because clearly this guy probably slays the demon lord, you know. um, Clearly this guy probably slays a freaking flying dragon demon out the sky. All of these different things I can truly already see um, the Goblin Slayer actually doing. And I actually have a feeling that the Goblin Slayer actually has a name that we just haven't been introduced to yet. So, wow, I flew out. With all these things that they're seemingly setting up for the audience, I can't be any happier to know that we got this ultimate action this week. Seeing that spell that is linked to the bottom of the ocean, it makes a lot more sense. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you guys because there's no reason to lie to you guys. This is my channel. Why am I gonna lie on my platform? You know what I'm saying? But I thought the magic girl was an enemy. I thought she was going to be a little chicken head and be like, well, I helped him make that scroll and he hasn't used it since. And you know what? I kind of want that scroll back. I thought she was going to do something like that. But I was wrong, and I'm happily wrong about it because even the girl kind of had like the idea of what she was talking about, like, oh, he asked me to help him with the scroll and yada yada, but she's still like, what kind of scroll would he need help with? This man solos goblin camps, okay? Why would he need help? And somehow, some way, she has an ability to go to the bottom of the freaking ocean and get this spell done. So, new waifu coming soon, wizard chick, because that's absolutely nuts, everybody. Think about it. We haven't even explored half of the sea as humans. And this girl went to the bottom of sea level and set up a spell just so this guy could slay goblins with it. Okay? That's actually ridiculous. Okay? Um, I'm also looking at the fact that this was an elf area that got raided. So to know that the elves, with how many, arrows, magic that they probably have, or just skills in general that they should have, it wasn't enough to beat whoever they came across. And I think who they came across was this guy at the end of the cave. Did he, destroy everybody? Who knows? They don't specify. But if I'm a guessing man, the way that this orc was talking, it sounded like he's done this before. It sounds like he's made playthings, or, he's eaten women and then saved some other ones. So it didn't sound like something that he was bluffing about. So I'm guessing he did destroy a whole bunch of men that came with them, because we did see men elf at the end here. And then he destroyed them, and that woman that was there left over, she was probably the last one of the scouting team, or of the first team that went in. So pretty sad stuff to see there. Hate to see that type of torture happening, but at the same time, um, it's nothing that hasn't been seen already. So, and it was a lot easy. Like, they were already done with whatever they were doing to her, and she was just there. And some goblin was hiding in a hole that seemingly was like trading her off to other goblins, which is weird because they're in the waste heap and they just had a chick there. Like, so you're telling me they poop, pee, and then have sex in the same room, which is disgusting. So overall, man, this episode of Goblin Slayer had me jumping out of my bed because I'm sitting on my bed and just freaking out, man. Seeing him take on this giant orc and getting slapped as I expected him to. He's like, I don't even know what this thing is. Why me, man? Why am I fighting this? This isn't a goblin. And the best line of it all after he uses the scroll, and seemingly the scroll was on fire. So it seems like a one-use type of ability in this world that excuse me, that scrolls have one use. Once you use it, it's gone. I have hiccups. Wow. Uh, so with him using that scroll, he really only has like one left now that we don't even know about. Oh my God, excuse me. And to think that we are going to be in a situation where not only did he have to use a scroll to win, but he also 110% needed all of the help that he got in this week's episode. Um, I just want to know if what's going to change the Goblin Slayer? Is it going to be companions, or is it going to be that other monsters he finds out can do just as much damage, if not more damage than goblins, and that gives him a reason to really step back to the plate and absolutely destroy these goblins and other entities that are showing up here and there. So really interested to see how you guys are feeling about this episode. And the next episode kind of already spoiled that it's going to be like daily life and maybe flashbacks because it's adventures. I don't think he's going to be like, oh, here's my daily life and go on an adventure. I think we're going to see some people already on an adventure, or we're going to see him like a flashback of adventures he's had and then his daily life on top of it, because he did just return home. So to think that he's going to go right back into an adventure after what he's been through and not, you know, re-up on his items and stuff like that would be kind of dumb. So can't wait to see where they're going with this. I have 2 more videos I'm about to drop today. Today. Make sure you have that notification bell, ring a ding ding dong, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on some other videos that drop instantly. If that bell is on, it automatically tells you when it's posted, so you know exactly when to talk to your boy. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for the support. We are growing this channel. We are trying to become great. And I can't thank you guys enough for helping me with that. So, again, I have things to do, and I will talk to you in the next one. And I don't know who I'm gonna play as like Yoshimitsu next. So, take care everybody, and yeah. Peace.